The art of dating. After you've become attracted to somebody, what do? See, dating correctly leads to marriage. All other purposes are selfish. True love is selfless. Before you start dating, you must realize that it all begins with respect. Selfish dating will cause quarrels, hurt, emptiness, dissatisfaction, and broken hearts. Respect will keep the other party loving you. See, in 1 Timothy 5, verses 1 and 2 says, "Rebuke not an elder, but treat him as a father, and younger men as brothers, the elder women as mothers, and younger sisters with all purity." So whether they're young or old, whether they're within your dating range or not, it should always be dealt with respect. See, whom you date is not just for physical pleasure, but whom you date is either a son, a daughter, nephew, niece, brother, or sister, somebody. Most of all, whom you date is a child of God. Respect their heart. Don't break it. Never lead anyone on. See, the last thing you want to do is hurt one of God's children. Respect doesn't start in marriage. Respect starts even before you enter a relationship. Respect lasts not only in marriage, but for eternity. Your partner is not a toy, for when you get to heaven, you will treat that person with respect as well. There are two phases in dating. There's networking and there's courtship. These are two different types of dating, and they both eventually lead to marriage. And networking and courtship, they both work the same way. Dating is another word for interviewing for a marriage partner. When you're networking, you're getting to know multiple prospects, but you're not exchanging mutual feelings. You're pretty much just learning the demographics of the person, such as, is the person a Christian? What's their maturity level like? Is it above or below yours? What are their life plans? What are their friends like? In Proverbs 3:20 it says, "He who walks with the wise will be wise. He who walks with the fools will be destroyed." Do they respect family? See, how they respect theirs will show how much they'll respect yours. Since there is no perfect family, if they can accept imperfection, they'll accept your family's imperfection too. Courtship. Courtship is getting to know one person out of your networking prospects to prepare for marriage. Pretty much you're adjusting towards one another. And by talking to one another, you learn different things. You share different things. Dating history, it may vary how much detail you share. Boundaries, what can and can't you tolerate? Because once you're with that person, it's for life. Their views on upbringing, children, conflict management, insecurity issues. You can learn a lot when it comes to courtship. And you'll learn a lot of that, even without getting physical. In dating, you want to be yourself. You don't want to front for the rest of your life. If the person can't stand you, then it's good to know ahead of time than always trying to live up to the other person's expectations. Cut the ties and move on. Where do you date? Open public places prevent temptations. Movies are okay, but they won't accomplish much learning and sharing about one another. That's your main objective, is to know one another, to see if you're compatible or not. What time should you go on dates? The later it is at night, the more vulnerable you are both to temptations. See, if you have curfews, whether it's your own or your parents', if you live by the curfews, it shows integrity and respect. And if you can show discipline when it comes to even curfews in marriage, it'll show that you respect your spouse, your kids, and then that you treat yourself and you will treat them well as well. How do you break off a tie when you realize the person isn't the one? Remember, the easiest way to break off a tie is to start off the tie with respect, which means guard both of your hearts and the other person's heart. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Guard your heart, for out of it comes issues in life." See, no one, not even the devil, can inflict as much pain as one who breaks your heart. Leading someone on is deceptive. When you know someone is falling for you, and you're not, cut off that tie. Next thing that will happen is the person will expect you to feel the same, and if you don't, then you'll hurt the person. Nowadays, people who are overly attached do crazy things. If a couple is engaged and one loses interest, it is better to end right away than to prevent deeper hurt than just deep hurt. See, hurt will be inevitable regardless, but the sooner one breaks the tie, the sooner they'll recover. I personally believe that the amount of time you stay in a relationship is the same amount of time it'll take for you to recover. See, those who have experienced hurt have an idea of what to look for, what to expect, but it's hard for them to fully enjoy because they'll be more on guard, they'll be more scared, trust issues, different things will occur. And those who have not experienced hurt, but their first love is their last love, will be able to enjoy love to the fullest extent as God has designed it, with no excess baggage. But even if you've been hurt before, you can still enjoy God's love just the way He designed it to be. When you're in Christ, the old has gone and the new has come. So in closing, when you date, date in respect, date to interview, and then date for marriage. Thank you.